How's it going, everybody? My name is Absalom and welcome to my channel. This is Chapter 2's all-collectible walkthrough for the game Blair Witch. Now, since making Chapter 1's walkthrough, I have been made aware by the community of a few things they would like added into the tutorial, as well as a few pieces of trash that were missed because apparently I'm just awful at saving the planet. So I'm going to quickly go back and show those few things from Chapter 1 before starting Chapter 2. Now, to start things off, next to this green cop car at the campsite, next to this box, there is a psychiatric note right there. Now, it looks like a crayon drawing on a Polaroid, however, this is a psychiatric note. Now, in the middle of the campsite, you can open up the sheriff's truck, and in the rearview mirror, there's a photo of Mrs. Lanning tucked in there. Now, if you turn this photo around, there is a phone number that you can write down at the moment, or, I mean, worst case scenarios, you just watch Absalom's video later on. Now, after this, if you move on into the woods, after the second Polaroid photo on the dirt mound, if you turn around, there is a fallen tree right here. Now go to the right of this, and then you should find a pack of cigarettes laying up here on the hill. Now, the last piece I want to mention about in Chapter 1 is if you go from where the coffee cup trash piece is and you turn around, there's actually a 5-star hotel tucked up into the woods. Now, going from there, if you go and stand on this campsite, Bullet will actually bring you a piece of trash that is located around this campsite. However, Bullet seems to be on his A game right now because I've tried like 4 or 5 times and he kept bringing it to me before I even got to the campsite. So that is everything for Chapter 1, and now we're on to Chapter 2. So now I'm picking up right after you take the tumble of a lifetime and you fall down the hill. So right here, all you have to do is just run around until you eventually pass out, but you can also grab a photo before that if you want to be quick about it, or you can just wait till afterwards. But it's located right here underneath this fallen tree on the mud puddle right there. So this is the Matthias or Matt Hyas, and this is the Polaroid number 1 for Chapter 2. Now, at this point, you can just wander around aimlessly like you might at a supermarket after 2 a.m., or you can compete in my top secret game of racing. The underground racing circuit is really competitive with the high score of 2 laps at this lovely dirt track located in the Black Hills Forest. You can just go as many laps as you want, but please record it in the underground racing scene. Now, if you're going to do this, make sure you drink enough water because you might actually pass out like Ellis here and have some serious flashbacks and psychotic delusions. So don't say I didn't warn you. But if you're not cut out for the Fast and Furious, it's okay, you can join the Lost and Delirious.
It's all in your head.
So your character is going to eventually just pass out, and I do want to mention that you have to keep walking for him to actually pass out. If you stand still, I'm not entirely sure if you'll actually be able to pass out, but I know it's triggered mainly just by walking forward. So I definitely recommend just keep on the move. And once you regain consciousness, Bullet's going to forgive you for embarrassing him by falling down the hill. He's going to rejoin with you, and then after you talk to Bullet a little bit, he's going to now lead you into the woods a little bit even further, and this will kind of start off Chapter 2. I also want to mention that there's not very many collectibles in Chapter 2 just because it's mainly like storyline setup, and there's a lot of cutscenes and whatnot, so it's a very short chapter, and but there is a couple things coming up here in a minute.
Don't leave me like this, okay, buddy? I can't be alone out here. What is it, boy? Did you find something? Ah, so we're still on Peter's trail. Good. Yeah, lead on, buddy.
Okay, so Bullet's now going to lead you out of the mud puddle that you were stuck in, and then you're going to go through these bushes, kind of kicking off the next area of the woods. Now, this is kind of like the home base area. This is like a really, really big zone, actually. But, okay, God, Jess is calling. Okay. Hey, I wasn't passed out in the woods. You were passed out in the woods.
All right? You don't sound so hot.
No, I'm fine. It's, under control.
It doesn't sound like it. Alice, maybe you should...
No, I said I'm fine.
Yeah, of course you are.
Now listen, I think I saw something. I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Okay, so I'm not really sure what Ellis found or saw, but maybe it was a good walking stick or a good skipping stone in case we come across a lake to do some deep thinking at. But either way, just keep following Bullet. And then on here on the right, I do want to mention that there is a bear trap of sorts. So if you want a storyline quote or anything, I would just avoid that entirely, and you can trigger the audio quote, but just kind of move on by that. So at this point, just keep following the trail. You can either have Bullet seek it, or you can just walk yourself, but you're going to eventually stumble into this campsite. Now, once you find the campsite, there is a few audio quotes you can get for looking inside of the tent and whatnot. But the 2 biggest things you need to worry about is picking up the next Polaroid photo, and then as well as getting the video camera. So right here, I go the long way. You can go to the left or the right of the tent and just kind of make your way up the hill. However, I like to make it a challenge, and I just go around the long path. But either way, just make your way to the top of the hill, and then you're going to see this nice little wooden staircase thing right here, and there's a rock right here on the halfway point of the staircase. And you'll find the second Polaroid for Chapter 2. So now just make your way back down to the campsite. You can keep looking around, or you can go ahead and pick up the video camera. Now once you pick up the video camera, it is going to start the hardest part of this game, and I almost couldn't make a tutorial for this, but you are going to have to, now this is a lot of steps, okay? You're just going to have to sit there and watch it. So,
It's pretty beat up.
I don't really know how to explain how to do this. I'll just let it
Still
play.
works.
Ellis, maybe you should...
No, I'm fine. I'll deal with it. I just need a little more time.
Ellis, what you need is help.
I could have managed.
Ellis, I can't do this anymore.
What? What is it this time? What, I wasn't smiling enough? Didn't say I love you for 5 fucking minutes?
Jesus Christ, Ellis. Do you even hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear myself just fine. And I can see the way you look at me. Like I'm a fucking loser. You know, a sick little puppy for you to look after. Oh, why, Alice?
Get over yourself, Ellis. Be a man for once.
Well, yeah, there it is.
There it is. I hope you can figure it out, Ellis. I hope you can finally forgive yourself. I tried to help you, but I just can't be around you anymore.
Go ahead. Get out. Leave me the fuck alone. Come on, be a man. Wanted to see me, sir?
Better yet, I want to introduce you to someone. Bullet, meet your new partner. He's been through a lot, just like you.
What? Sir, I can't.
Oh, you got something else going on right now? Just take the damn dog, Ellis.
Yeah, yes, sir. Did I pass out? Boy?
Yeah, you passed out like twice in an hour, but Bullet's not counting. But to make it up for the fact that you passed out twice in like a single day, Bullet made us some stew, with the recipe that his mom used to teach him.
There's
So
still some
he made us some
leftovers
dinner.
inside.
You can go ahead and
Maybe a
look at
few
that and
days
all that
old.
stuff. But once you're done with that, turn around and there's the next wood carving, or the totem, or whatever you want to call this, really. But the next wood carving is on this rock right here. Now, if you'll notice, the front of the face is burned off. I find that kind of ominous.
Someone had
I
too
don't
much
know.
time on their
Not,
hands.
not really important. Just observations. Now this next part, you can either grab the video camera once again, and then that'll start a puzzle, or you can go ahead and get the next trash collectible that I'm going to show right now. So if you go to where the tent is facing, then kind of turn to the right. Now, hold on, I'm kind of being stupid right here, but right here, if you go straight ahead, and then to this tree right over here, and then you make a right into this clearing, you'll find a freeze-dried ice cream on the floor. You can also have Bullet come over here and he'll fetch it, but make sure you don't feed it to Bullet because he is allergic to chocolate.
She was so
So after grabbing that, now you can go back to the campsite and pick up the video camera, which will then start another puzzle like I mentioned earlier.
How did it end up back here? There's a tape inside.
So basically the red tapes
as well
are
see what's
puzzles
on it.
and the blue ones are storylines. The red tapes, you can like interact with the reality or the world around you. So right here, if you watch the video, you can watch it entirely, or you can just pause it right as soon as the police car is put on the ground, and then, oh gosh, a police car will spawn on the ground right here. So just pick up the police car, and then that'll pretty much end chapter 2. All you have to do is let Bullet sniff it, but that's pretty much everything, because chapter 2 and 3 kind of merge together. It's a little gray area of like where they end and where it starts. But basically, once you do this puzzle, it's kind of on to chapter 3.
Heal!
Now, I'd like to mention that I'm going to be spending the next day or two to fully complete this game and get all the achievements so that I can assure the most accurate data moving forward. If you have anything you want to mention or have added to the walkthrough, then feel free to message me or join my Discord. So that is everything for chapter 2. I'll pick up again with chapter 3 very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.